Hello there, my name is Asleon. Don't mind the little chewing, I'm having a mint right now. And today I will be talking about how I built my Kaveh. Let us get right into it. He has 21,118 HP, 1,212 attack, 786 defense, 919 elemental mastery. He's got 15 over 95 crit rate crit damage, 164 ER, and 46 gender damage bonus. Weapon wise, I have him on the nailed flower. You could also put him on the, no, not this one, the Markar Aquamarine. Let's see if I can remember which one that is. Is it? No. Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't remember which swords I put him on. I have a nailed flower because it's really good with the elemental skill and all of that. Yeah, this is the other one. This one also does increase someone's mastery, attack bonus, nearby party member gain 30% of this buff, same duration, most of his weapon. And it gives EM, which I find is nice for him. You also have the Rain Slash you can put on him. He's most likely, he's a Bloom character. You're going to run him Bloom. They're going to be affected by Hydra. You're going to get a nice level buff there. Plus the EM, which is nice. Now the Mayflower is a event weapon, so if you don't already have it, you ain't going to get it. You could also put him on the Sacrificial Greatsword. This will allow him to use his skill twice, give him a little more energy, let him get his ult up quicker. Now Flame Force Insight was the last one I have written down. I wonder if that is a 3-star, because I try to at least put one 3-star, but I don't always. Man, I wrote this up so long ago. Oh, yes, this is the new Claymore that came out. Or I think this is also an event Claymore. Given I have it refined up to 5. But when you do Bloom, Lunar Bloom, which would be the relevant ones, Elemental Energy and Elemental Mastery can be triggered. Honestly, they're all pretty good. I like this one the best for him. Elemental Skill hits an opponent, it triggers down from action. The attack and EM will both go up, which is really nice. Frankly, I'm probably going to keep him on it. Maybe some days I'll see it. Maybe someday I'll test and see which is the best sword for him. But for now, I wish I had one more fruitful hook. I want to max that out. But for now, I just have him on the mailed flower. I think it's a really good one. But really what you want for him is you want to put him on EM with probably something that affects the E or your elemental skill, because that is where a lot of his damage is coming from. And feasibly also his burst. Now, artifact-wise, I have him on a 4-piece of Flower of Paradise Lost. You could also put him on a 4-piece. Let me pull this up so I can pull him up. Deepwood. You could also put him on a 4-piece of the. Well, you could put him on a 4-piece of Glad. Gilded. So reaction bust EM a lot. You could put him on a 2-piece EM. You could. Now this, I'm not fully sure. Gives you energy regeneration and with dealing himself damage, game effect, devote effect, increase all members' elemental mastery. If the equipping character can trigger effects while field, all party members' lunar reaction damage will decrease. Feasibly, this could work on him if you have either 2 not cry characters in the. No, I think you need Columbina for this to work with him. Because I don't think they can trigger Lunar Bloom unless you have Columbina, because I think the other ones will trigger it on their own, but he will still be technically triggering Bloom. It could work on him if you have a Columbina. I do run him with Columbina, but if you don't worry about that one. You could probably also run him on Gladiator. I have that one down too. It's all the way down here. It just gives him more attack and then just more damage when he's doing things. It's definitely not my favorite. Personally, I like him on Flower of Paradise Lost because it gives the additional stuff for damage. This is a really good one if they do Bloom or Lunar Bloom. Or just, any of these reactions. It is a really good one, and he gives EM. Now, main stat-wise, I personally have him on mostly EM, which is why his crit rate is very low. Crit rate and crit damage are both pretty low because they didn't focus on them. You could put him EM all the way through. You could give him an attack percent or EM on the sand. You could give him a Dendro damage bonus or EM on the goblet, and you can give him crit rate, crit damage, or EM for the circlet. Substat wise, you want to give him plenty of EM. This is a great piece here. You want to give him plenty of ER because this man needs the energy. He really wants his ulta. And then you want to give him plenty of crit rate and crit damage. It actually has some really, really good. Both of these artifacts are really, really good. This one's pretty good, and then these two are middle of the road. In all fairness, I've done this domain so much, but not for that one. I did it for Wanderers. Anyway, on to his constellations. I have him C4. His C1 is within 3 seconds after using his E, his Dendro resistance, and incoming healing. His Dendro resistance is increased by 50, and his incoming healing is increased by 25. This is to do with the fact that when Dendro cores explode, he actually gets healing, which is really cool. And then I said, when people heal him, he also gets it. His C2 is after using his ult, his normal attack speed increases by 15%. His C3 increases the level of his ult. His C4 is when Kaveh creates Bloom or Lunar Bloom. The Dendro cores created by Kaveh's Bloom or Lunar Bloom will deal 60% more damage when they explode. His C5 increases the level of his E. And his C6 is when Kaveh's normal charge or plunged attack hits an opponent during his ultimate. It'll unleash area of effect of Dendro damage bonus equal of 61.8% of Kaveh's attack, and causing all the Dendro cores in the AoE to burst. It can only be triggered once every 3 seconds. Now, Kaveh's biggest thing is that he causes the Dendro cores to burst quickly and that he can heal off of them. Talent-wise, I would personally do his ult. My brain says alt E base. This one's, no. I don't know why I actually have the... Let me actually level this real quick because I can. I don't know why I have his base leveled more than his E, because his E does a lot of stuff when it bursts the cores. And his alt does a lot of other things. And then here, and then what's this one? Damage dealt by Dendro cores, including Virgin, hits Kaveh. Kaveh will regain HP up to 300% of his elemental mastery. Like I said, he heals himself off of Dendro core explosions, which is really, really nice. Now, that's all for that. I'm not missing anything, I don't think. We will be fighting Dodori per usual. I already did the weekly thing. This is my main team for him, Columbina, because I want him to Sugar Room, Nahida, because that's a lot of nice Dendro application. I will be frank, maybe someday I will get Llama, and then Nahida's getting replaced. Nilu, because she is a great Bloom support. And then Kaveh himself, because he will be DPSing. The biggest problem I feel like I've had with this team is the fact that sometimes they don't get their ults up quickly enough. I'm mostly him. These two don't need their ults. Her ult is good. And he really needs his ult. I mean, his ult is great. And these two having their ults is alright, but like he really needs his ult. Team-wise, though, you want to run him with Hydra and Dendro characters. Nilu is one of his best supports. I'm pretty sure she still is, even after you've gotten a lot of characters. You can run him with Xingqiu, too, for a lot of Hydro application, but really, you want to run him with some Hydro application and some additional Dendro application, probably. I will say another fun team to run him on is him that I can do. It's like him, Kokomi, Xingqiu, and Yao Yao, because they all heal in one way or the other. Xingqiu doing the least healing, but all of them on that team actually heal. So that's pretty fun. It's like a permanent healing team. But there's a lot you could do with him as long as you have some Hydro application, because he can do the Dendro application himself, but typically you want some Hydro and some Dendro, so you typically want 2 Hydro, 2 Dendro. I find that's what Kaveh works best with team-wise. Anyway, let's get to the fight. I didn't bother giving them their ults beforehand, because all we're going to do is run ourselves behind here and grab them. Hop, hop. And we zap into place. Use her ult, use this ult, use her ult. Apply, use this one. Go 1, 2, and 3. Use his ult. And just get to attacking. Hey, stop running away from me. They almost got their ults back up. That's nice. Oh no, I got frozen. Oh no, I got frozen again. Nikita, stop getting frozen! Why are you doing that to me? Alright, let's see. Can she get them all? Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to bother with her ult. She went through all 3 of them. I hope so. It's not exactly that great if she does. It doesn't look like it, because it doesn't look like we're triggering her cores. Ugh, I was just short on it. That sucks. Because Nilo actually causes the cores to burst quicker too, as well. I should have held it. One, but you do have to go through her full rotation for that to be the case. Because if you see, you'll be able to see here, the cores look different. They got the little thing on the top of their heads, and they burst very, very quickly, which is Nilu's doing, because if not, they take forever. But granted, then he can burst them with his E, which isn't... I already moved. It's too late. We're not going to stay right where I am. Nikita, get him. Nikita, don't die! You aren't the most important character here, but I would really prefer if you stayed alive. Back into the cubby hole. Gonna use a little bit of damage off of this because I can. Nikita, get them all. Alright, Nilu hits him with the Hydro. And we'll get Kaveh in there. And then it's basically just for this team, you just rinse and repeat that. You go through them, you have them do their things. I'm gonna wait to use her ult. You have her use her E, which I do have my Nilu at C1, so do take that into account. I find it so useful because it just increases the duration of her lunar ring for a little bit longer. And I find that so, so good. He is dying! I won't bother putting her... I'm not gonna bother healing her. If she dies, I'll just revive and then heal her. 2 and 3. Now Kalmina can use her thing. And like I said, Kaveh sometimes has an issue with not having his ult. He doesn't exactly apply Dendero at that time. Which is one of the reasons why I tend to like to have him with a Dendero character. So that way when he doesn't have his ult up, it doesn't mean you're out of your bloom reaction. That I don't know. I probably could bear to give him a little bit more ER. Or I give the ER some more ER to some of his supports. Sorry for the Mundina. Alright, you go there and don't die, Nikita. It would really suck if you died. I'm gonna have Nikita. Oh! And there she goes. And now she's back. Okay. Now we should kill him before we have to do anything else, methinks. Oh, except for the fact I think he took away our energy, which does suck and nerf our damage a lot. This is a pretty energy high character. Come on, hit him. Yes! Haha! But yeah, that's Kaveh. I think my Kaveh is pretty well built. I don't know if I want to eventually put him on a crit rate or not. Because I do think the EM benefits him a lot because of the fact that I do want him mostly doing bloom and stuff to him. If I actually gave him AEM circlet, it was easy to take in. We'll just give him EVAs for a second. He gets so much EM. I don't know which is honestly, don't know which is better. I haven't really like tested it. I'll just take the money fast because it's right there. I haven't really tested a bunch of stuff. I just build them how I want and then move on. But that's how I've built my Kaveh. I've ran him before without Columbina. He does fine without her. But I have her, and I think she does really well as a support, so she's on the team. But really, that's all there is to it. Thank you so much for watching, and may you have a blessed rest of your day.